What's going on? You're in the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. Follow me down the rabbit hole as we look at the latest record from Van Morrison entitled Latest Record Project, Volume 1, which he released on May 7th. This is the, 745th studio album from the singer. It's his follow-up to a number of bizarre anti-lockdown rants that he released in 2020. And I can't turn away from this train wreck. The whole thing is just hilarious. From the absurdity of this album to all of the reviews and the indignation that these people feel. This is the guy back in 1967 who wrote 31 one-minute songs that were completely absurd to fulfill a record contract that he signed without reading. I think it's the ultimate troll. I think it's super funny, but I also feel no sympathy for the guy. Read that stuff or hire someone to read it, man. He'd been playing with them for years before this already and probably had the means to take care of that. So he's just that guy. He's just this interesting, crotchety Irish dude. And really, it really makes me think of Elon Musk on SNL last night. And I really liked what he said as far as, I reinvented the electric car and I'm sending people to Mars. Like, did you really expect me to be a normal, chill guy? I'm not justifying any of the things that these people say, their behavior. I mean, you can agree or disagree with it, but you got to consider the fact that all of these artists that have made all of this just wonderful music or these films or whatever creative thing it might be over the years are for the most part eccentric people. And they, it kind of makes you thankful that you ended up a little average just for the sake of the normalcy. But Van Morrison is a guy who's obviously very complicated. It's on display on this record. And in 28 songs, there are certainly moments that highlight why he is the singer-songwriter he is, why he is the legend that he is. Only a song, the 11th track on the record, great tune there. Thank God for the blues. I'm really liking the mix of blues and R&B throughout this record. I think it is certainly one of the best things about it. If you ignore the lyrics on most of the songs, his voice still sounds pretty spot on. He's 75 now. So it's nice to hear that, vocally he's still all there. And yeah, there's, like I said, there's, Love Should Come With a Warning. Nice little moment there. There's My Time After a While kind of has a nice sentiment to it. But there's, especially you get to the back end of this thing and you have songs like Stop Bitching, Do Something. They Own the Media, which has stirred a lot of controversy. I'm not even going to go there with any conjecture about what I think that song is directed at or who I think it is directed at, but it's odd. I will say that. It just and it leads into the track "Why Are You on Facebook?" which, in Van's defense, is a good question because I think Facebook is absolute garbage. But so is this song. I mean, I can't imagine being the record producer. Any producer, for that matter, trying to be in the room with Van Morrison with this song and convincing him to not put it on this record because it is just outlandish. The opening track really highlights a problem. It's the album title track, latest record project. Highlights a big problem with the record in that there are a lot of solid melodies and some good things musically that are going on. Some fairly decent hooks, but they're so boring. And that opening track is just odd. It's repetitive. And it just gets to the point where it's annoying. It sounds like he was trying to go with this kind of like quirky Rainy Day Woman type of thing that Dylan did with Blonde on Blonde, but it doesn't even come anywhere near the realm of how amazing that song is. And it's just weird and goofy along with so much of this. The one thing I will say, Van Morrison being the ultimate troll that he is, a lot of these songs, the song, there's some obvious song titles where you're like, okay, like I see what he's doing here. But then, songs like Blue Funk, Double Bind, fairly innocuous for the most part, but then you listen to him and you see where he's kind of getting at. So it's kind of funny in that sense. There's probably a lot of songs that just based on the title you might skip, but there's very many songs like this, which Blue Funk, Blue is alluding to a certain political party. And so, yeah, there's just, this thing is just littered with all this goofy stuff. And it's 28 songs at 2+ hours. And for what little good material is there, I am passing on this. Keep in mind that, all these reviewers are saying, like, how could this be the same Van Morrison that wrote Brown Eyed Girl? Well, you didn't know him personally back then. You don't know him personally now, obviously, and you can't put these type of people on a pedestal. They are just musicians or artists or whatever it might be. I'm not going to listen to this record because I think much of it is absurd, but it's not going to stop me from throwing on Astro Weeks or Moondance or any of that classic stuff that you can't make that go away. You can't undo that. He's an amazing troubadour. He always will be. I just am not sure what he's doing with this record, but I'm going to vinyl pass it. I hope that you enjoy the circus surrounding this and find this review helpful in the process of listening to this debacle if you want to. It's, I will leave it up to you, the viewer. But stay tuned for the live show later tonight and check out more reviews later on in this week. We'll see you next time on the Beat Sessions.